that we will not compromise on the Second Amendment right of the American people to enjoy the freedom to keep and bear arms. What we will do is we'll work for safety.
We keep talking about the Second Amendment. It's worth reminding people what it actually says. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Clearly in the context of the need, as seen from 1791 when it was written, for a well-regulated militia. And the Supreme Court, in defending the Second Amendment, has made it plain that does not give a blanket permission for Americans to carry any arm, whatever they want.
Of course it doesn't.
Wherever they want, however they want.
Of course it doesn't.
Understood.
What
so
it does do...
Where is the compromise?
Well, for example, fully automatic weapons are very highly regulated in the United States, and they have been since the 1930s. There's no need for those in private hands. They were put under significant controls at that time.
You're a lifelong conservative. You began your political career, I think, in the Nixon administration. Does it not strike you that America's changing? It's changed on all sorts of things, whether it be big tobacco, whether it be, these days, gay marriage. America's social attitudes change, its culture changes, and right now there is real evidence America is changing its mind on guns.
I think the evidence is the opposite of that, for two reasons. One, the firearms community, the sale of firearms, has increased exponentially. Last year, 38% of the firearms purchased were purchased by women. No, it's not by a scare tactic. Secondly, even law enforcement. Now, the NRA, much of our membership is law enforcement. On our board, we represent a lot of law enforcement people, but law enforcement is changing its attitude. I don't know if you saw the comments from the police chief in Detroit, who said if we're going to get Detroit under control, what we need is honest citizens with concealed carry permits.
What I saw was the comment from the director of the Police Executive Research Center, who said that the problem with the NRA when they are approached by police chiefs to discuss gun control is that they have only one attitude to gun control. They want nothing of it.
Well, we don't want gun control. We oppose...
I come back to the point. One day you will have to change.
No, I think the country's changing. I think the world is changing. I don't know if you saw the speech that Ron Nolan, the head of Interpol, gave in Colombia, in which he said, and this is a man he's the first American head of Interpol. He was Bill Clinton's enforcement chief at the Treasury Department that oversaw the gun laws. And he said, this is just this year, that he believes every Western country has to rethink its gun control laws because the way terrorism is changing, the police and the security forces cannot protect the citizenry. He concluded that speech by saying, let's put it this way. If your wife and children are in a mall taken over by jihadist terrorists, would you rather that mall be in a jurisdiction where private ownership of firearms is prohibited, or would you prefer that that mall be in, say, Texas? And that pretty much makes the case.